On this RTT,
A very special guest.
Oh, you sparkly.
Sheree, once the wife of Will, is at the table for an important conversation about toxic forgiveness, the unhealthy way we pretend to be over it.
Do you think there's anything else we have yet to forgive each other for? I can remember some times that I really crossed the line.
To quote the creator of Red Table, that part.
She marched all up in that house like, marched right into that master bedroom. And I was like, Lord Jesus.
Actress Jana Kramer.
You found out he cheated with about 13 women?
More.
Wow.
I would imagine, too, you're mad as hell.
And I looked through the phone bill and was like, started calling these numbers.
People think they know the entire story, and they don't.
Expert advice that will make you rethink how you look at forgiveness.
Nedra is on a mission to start an unforgiveness revolution.
I'm having a whole moment. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Here we are at the table. Willow's on tour and we'll be back soon. So it's just you and me again with a very special guest filling in for Miss Willow. Come on out here, Sheree. She's our guest host.
Hey! Oh, you sparkly. We brought it today. We did.
I know, right?
The sparkles and the feathers and the feathers.
I love that color on you.
Good to be back to the table. Thank you.
No, thank you, Ree. This is a good
big.
one.
This is awesome. I'm excited.
As some of you may know, Sheree is Trey's mother and was once the wife of Will, and we have developed a really nice sisterhood.
Yes.
But it hasn't been easy along the way.
Yeah, it was a lot.
And you know, as we're talking about toxic forgiveness today, sometimes we did have to fake it to make it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you and I have been in this process for what?
Since we were babies.
Since we were babies. Yeah, trying to have a blended family and not really having a blueprint of that.
Right.
Like, we really had to figure it out along the way. For me, it really was just about maturity. Just not understanding the marital dynamic. Like, okay, well, if divorce papers are sent and people are over it, then this is done.
Right.
It's like, oh, guess what? It ain't never done.
We just getting started.
Right, exactly.
We just getting started.
So that was my biggest misconception, and that this woman is a part of this family.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like not only taking on Trey, but Sheree was coming along too. It's part of the package.
Yeah, exactly. And I think too, when we started to blend, you weren't a mom, you know, you didn't know what it was like to be a wife, to be connected.
I'm imagining it definitely took some forgiveness on your part, because I can remember some times that I really crossed the line. There was one time I think Trey had a play date, and he had misbehaved. And I was like, we gotta sit down, we gotta talk about this. Trey can't be behaving this way. And you were like,
Let me set it up. Let me give you my version. I literally walked in the house just to drop him off.
Right.
And as soon as I walked in, Jada was like, listen, we gotta talk about his behavior, I was like, go get his daddy, please.
yeah.
Why are you talking about what happens at my house?
Right.
Over here.
Oh, it didn't even happen at your house.
No, his behavior was at my house. Exactly.
Oh my goodness. See, it was just a lot of intertwining, and it got really kind of messy.
Intertwining and out of orderness.
Yes, it did. There was a lot of that. Everybody.
To quote the creator of Red Table, that part. Yeah, it was out of line.
Yeah.
But you didn't mean any harm. You were like, listen, we got to get him right.
Right. And I remember one time you came in the house and you went into the master bedroom. You just looked around. Yes. You looked around, you marched into the master bedroom, and you wanted to see what was going on. Like how it was decorated and all that. You marched back there and you were like, oh, okay. I just want to see, da-da-da-da.
Well, that's out of line.
What? It was early on, and I think you were just trying to just like,
What?
I just need you to know who Queen Bee is around here, okay? So I'm gonna come, yes. And I'm gonna come up in here.
Shameful.
And look all through here. And I was like,
Okay,
I couldn't say nothing. She marched all up in that house, like, marched right into that master bedroom. And I was like, Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus.
Was that the house I picked out?
That was the house you picked out. And that's what I knew, too. I was like, well, damn, she done picked the house out. You know, I can't say nothing. We were both very fiery.
Yes, both of you were.
Coming into this, you know, doing the blended thing, my
Right.
only requirement was that you treated my son well.
Yeah.
You did that. And your heart was always right towards him, wanting the best for him.
Yeah. When I look back at how much was put on us and how much was put on you, because we were so young and it was so public and it was so fresh, it was like you really didn't even have time to adjust.
That's the thing.
You had no time.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that because, you know, it's like a boyfriend. It's
Right.
like,
Man.
well, if you're done with a joker, you're done.
You're done.
But that's not how marriage works.
I don't think that that's how relationships work. A lot of times when there's a breakup, sometimes people tend to jump in very quickly into the next thing. And I learned that if I had to do it all over again, I would have take a beat.
I would have definitely had taken a beat as far as putting myself within the dynamic of you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's give this a year. Let's let you two just flesh out whatever y'all have to figure out.
Especially when there's children involved.
Yeah, I didn't understand it.
But when you got it, I remember you coming to me, and you were you were very emotional, and you
Right.
said, I just didn't know. And
Yeah.
basically what you were saying is I was in the picture too soon.
I was in the picture.
And you apologized for that.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because recently I was in that same situation. Now it's a little worse. They were divorcing. What I didn't know is that she was very, very pregnant. And we were all in the same space, and she came. And I was like, what am I doing here?
Right.
Like, it is way too soon.
Yeah.
And I felt like I'm out of line. Like,
Right.
I need to give them, because you never know what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
You don't know. I don't think anybody is really in their right mind to start making permanent decisions in the midst of something so, divorce is ain't no joke.
Right.
So thank you, because you've always been one to I done missed it. Forgive me.
Yeah.
And we were able to move on.
Yeah, I think we were able to have difficult conversations. We were always able to own up.
Yes.
And we knew that it was going to take the two of us.
To lead the way for the rest of us, really.
Women set the tone.
Yeah, absolutely.
And remember, we had our little books.
Yeah, we had our little books.
I still have those books.
Do you?
Girl, of course.
Books?
We had a journal that we would send back to one another.
Oh, right, right.
Just kind of expressing things to one another
Yeah.
that might not have been easy to talk about face to face.
Yeah. That was your idea, and I thought that was just a brilliant idea because we set the tone and the pace, and we influenced the whole dynamic. Let's work our stuff out.
Right.
I've never heard of anybody doing that before.
Yeah, my philosophy always was, how can I love Trey and not love the
his
most
mother.
important person in his life, which is his mother?
You can't.
You can't. And I knew that. I can't
can't.
say that I love Trey and not love his mother and be like, no, she can't be here. No, she can't.
Yeah.
All that is in straight contradiction to me saying that I love Trey.
That's really important for people to hear that.
I'd have to say that you were probably one of the biggest instruments in regards to me having to really learn. It wasn't always about me.
Yeah.
And to reach for a level of emotional maturity.
I thank you because I really feel you gave me the grace to evolve, and I thank you for that.
Yeah,
you
it
know,
was
for your patience.
It was definitely quite a partnership.
Because somebody come up in my master bedroom.
We're going to have words, right?
She was looking, she was like, okay. And then, I never forget,
Like,
you had
how
on
much
this.
money she spending up in this camp?
Exactly. She was like,
Girl.
oh no. She was like, not today. Do you think there's anything else we have yet to forgive each other for?
I hope not.
I know, right?
After all
I hope after 20 plus years. Shoot, Trey about to be 30.
Right. I think we're committed to the process.
Yeah.
I'm committed to loving you.
Yeah.
I'm committed to giving you grace. Like you're
Right.
family to me.
Yeah, for sure. So,
You look so
speaking...
much like Trey. Just that second when I looked at you, I was like, wow, it's Trey.
That's the angel.
That's your angel.
My baby.
So, speaking of forgiveness, we saw a post the other day from our RTT friend Nedra Glover Tawwab that struck me. She said, "Toxic forgiveness is an unhealthy way that people pretend to be unharmed, over it, or forgetful of the offense. Forgiving to keep the peace or people-pleasing is not healthy for your mental health or your relationship." She's got a point there.
Absolutely.
And I've done that so much in regards to my codependent, people-pleasing self. So, yeah, I know all about that. After Jana Kramer discovered her husband's infidelity, she found herself struggling with toxic forgiveness and self-blame. Actress Jana Kramer is known for her roles in One Tree Hill and Prom Night.
Oh my God, you have to be kidding me.
She took the music industry by storm when she was crowned the Academy of Country Music's new Female Vocalist of the Year. After a pattern of unhealthy relationships, it seems she had finally met the man of her dreams when she married NFL star Mike Cosson. Their highs were public: good looks, great careers, two gorgeous children. Their lows made even more headlines. Jana and Mike were open about their struggles, including his infidelity and battles with addiction. They talked about it on their podcast.
Why did you cheat on me? Like, I was willing to have sex with you. So that's the part that stings me.
And even wrote a best-selling book about how they fought to stay together. Jana says she forgave her husband countless times until she finally had enough. The two divorced just 18 months ago. Wow.
Hi. Hi. It's so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
You're gorgeous, so let's just start with that.
So I'm like, God, you're just so beautiful. Like, I need to know every serum, every cream. Like, what are you
We need to
doing?
know that from you, too.
Exactly.
So, Jana, take us back to the beginning of your relationship with Mike.
I was 30.
Yep.
And I really wanted a family. I had just been searching to find my worth through a man.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Been there.
Yeah.
There were flags in the beginning. He had cheated, a month into dating. But I'm like, it's okay. I've cheated in past relationships, and I didn't forgive myself for it. So I'm going to forgive you.
Yeah.
I can make this work. We can grow together. And in the marriage, too, every time he cheated, first, second, third, however many times, I'd be like, I forgive you.
Yeah.
And my daughter was 4 months old when a girlfriend was like, something's not right with him. And I could sense it. I think I didn't want to believe it. I'm on the road, I'm traveling, how would I know? And she goes, look through the phone bills. And I looked through the phone bill and started calling these numbers. And then that's when I found out the truth.
Right. And then you just went into a process of trying to heal the relationship.
I came from a broken family, and my whole thing was, I do not want my children to grow up in a broken house. I hated Christmas because I had to separate Christmas, and that was stressful. And I want my kids under my one roof. And the thought of another woman raising my child was like, it ain't gonna happen.
Right.
I know every ounce, I know every part of her, she's my child.
Right, right.
You don't get to do what you did and then take my child away from me.
Right, right, right.
I became real big mama bear. So I was like, figure out what this is, come back, man up, and be a better man.
Right.
Even when he would have a few months of no cheating, then something would happen, and I'm like, now I'm back to that overwhelming, oh my God, my family's falling apart. Now I need to even grasp tighter, and then I get even more anxious attachment, and then he couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
Because I'm just clinging on to him. So it's it just became this
cycle.
I didn't forgive him.
Yeah.
I said I trusted him. I didn't trust him. I was still always looking and trying to find things, and I was living this waiting for the next shoe to drop, and it wasn't good for my kids. By the time we had then 2 kids, and then you just put all this pressure on yourself. So I'm going to stay again and try now this next time not to be controlling.
Exactly.
Maybe then he'll not cheat on me.
Yeah, and I think that's part of that toxic forgiveness cycle, is not wanting to lose something that we value.
What made you feel that things would be different from him?
Every time he did cheat and I would find out, there'd be something different he would say that I would hold on to, like, I'm going to get baptized, or I'm going to go to therapy every week, or I'm going to go to a meeting it's like, I'm never going to do it again in the next one because now I'm going to be a better man. I'm like, ooh, I want that better man. Like, that's like, I waited for him.
Right.
So finally, the last April, when I caught him again, he's like, now I know I'll never do it again. And I'm like, and you know what? For that person, she's going to be real lucky that she won't. And that's when I left.
Wow.
Yeah. So over time, you found out he cheated with about 13 women?
More.
More? Got it. That has to be really painful. It's okay.
I know we're both in better situations, but I think about this year. My kids won't wake up in my house Christmas Day.
Yeah.
That one's gonna hurt.
Yeah. It's that's a hard one when your familial dreams coincide with childhood trauma. You know.
And that's like when I get like, that's not fair. You took away my dream too of what I wanted for my family.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
I would imagine, too, you're mad as hell.
Yeah.
I shattered so many things in my
I bet you did.
Yeah.
But did you break your stuff or his?
So, no, there was this, like, pantry door. He wanted it to say pantry door. I'm like, would you like to label every door? Like, bathroom door.
Right.
So me and my girlfriends, we took a bat to it, and we just shattered it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I destroyed all of his Xboxes and all those things that he said was his only vice. I wrote all over his tux. I went real crazy for a minute.
Right. Sometimes that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this is a big one, just in regards to toxic forgiveness. We always think the next woman will get the better version of him.
Yeah. That and to get the man that I worked so hard for. I mean, we did hours of therapy and retreats to try and fix what was broken. And it's like, wait a minute, like, you don't get to get the healthy version. Like, I've fought for that.
Right.
I have a question.
Sure.
Though. Did you ever think that about the better, like, her getting the better version of, like...
I'm glad you... So what I think is when our union ends, he should be better because of me.
Because you did so much.
He should
yeah.
be. He should be better. So it might hurt to see you with the better version, but he shouldn't be worse because he's been with me.
You should have learned something.
Right.
Now, in this stage of life, I think I left too soon. You know, that was a part of me trying to protect myself.
Got it.
Is let me just sever this now and go.
Right.
And if I was in a different different situation, I would never leave that soon. You know what I mean? You'd work at it.
Yeah.
Whatever reason, we expect easy. And when we don't get easy, we're like, now cheating is a whole other thing.
Yeah.
That's a whole other thing.
Why do you say that?
Well, because I think, don't lie to me. I can, when I get into a situation now, when I date, this is my mindset. And when we're in an alignment and we're in harmony, it's not going to be perfect, but I have the grace. I don't have the grace for a liar.
Right.
I don't have the grace. That for me is the worst thing you can do. If you come to me, I'm reasonable.
Yeah.
Like let's work at it together.
Yeah.
Don't have all these affairs.
I begged him, like, 2 weeks before I found out, just tell me.
Right.
Just tell me. Please be honest. That's
Right.
all I'm asking. I don't care if it's 5, 10, 15. We can work through it.
Yeah.
I know you and your ex talked about on your podcast his infidelity.
Yeah.
We got the juice today.
I was bawling last night. So, do you want me to start?
Go for it.
A few days ago, I got a DM saying that Mike cheated. Automatically, I'm in freak out mode. The really sucky thing about it is that my default can't go to, there's no way. Where I can't just go, I trust him 1,000%. He would never do that. And I think that's where it stung. So I started DMing this person. She said he's got a secret device and her and Mike talk all the time and they think they're going to be together and they have unprotected sex. And I'm like, oh my God. And I just start to kind of unravel.
You know, I noticed something was up with Jana the last couple of days. Once she finally told me, it crushed me because it sucks that she can't default to trusting me. It sucks that I've done what I've done in the past to create that in a relationship right now. My hope is that years down the line, if something like this happened again, she'd be able to bring it to me and we'd almost be able to like laugh about it, you know, because there is that much trust in the bank.
There was nothing in the bank.
That good old one day in the future we'll laugh about it.
I didn't know then he was cheating, but even in our book, the book that I thought he was honest and he was sober and being, you know, truthful with me. There's a chapter in there where he 1,000% did not tell the truth of what he was actually doing.
That has to add a bit of extra
Embarrassment,
pain, anger, frustration that you went on this public healing journey. And even as you're on this public healing journey, he's not being forthright.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. Like, we just became New York Times best-selling authors about how we got past this. And I'm like, I look like a idiot.
Wow. Yeah.
But he says the podcast was a catalyst for more of his cheating because it made him feel like he always had the spotlight on him. So then I felt like it was my fault because if only we didn't have that podcast, he wouldn't have cheated.
So because the spotlight is on him, he has to cheat? I'm confused.
He felt pressure to be this, like, perfect and not...
If I wanted to be perfect, I don't think I'd be cheating. I'm just saying.
And even now, as long as we don't talk about us and our relationship, we're great. But how rude is it, though, that they make divorced people co-parent? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, we got divorced for a reason.
Yeah,
you know?
it's really
this
challenging.
Is so hard.
But I think, like, with Will, we're better as co-parents than we were as husband and wife.
That's how it's shaping up to be with me
We
and
came
Max,
together to have Trey. It took the two of us to make him, but then we shifted and...
You guys really enjoy each other. You guys really enjoy each other.
Does that ever get under your skin? Like, wait a minute, because it's like...
Never. They take trips. I'm not there. Yeah. They do their thing.
Yeah, you're going to have to explain that to the viewers.
Well, yes. I'm not saying that. I know.
Not together romantically.
Not together romantically. But, like, if he's going on a book tour and his mom is going and his sister, and it's fun for me to watch them enjoy each other. It takes time, though. We're not having a trouble, everyone. Let's just make that very clear, because you know that will be the next rumor.
Make it clear.
Yeah, but I think a lot of times people are shamed into forgiving. You know, whether it's
especially if you're the other party.
Yeah.
He'd be like, when are you going to stop? When are you going to finally forgive me? When are you going to stop talking about this? I'm like, well, it happened 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Give me a minute. Right. And then I'm like, oh, now, I have to forgive now, because if not, he's getting angry at me for not forgiving.
Yeah.
And then
you're blaming yourself.
Absolutely. And then different people.
Then I'm the reason for X, Y, and Z happening after that, because you didn't forgive me.
Right. And people will say, oh, you're not being spiritual enough. Oh, you don't really have faith. You know what I mean? It's like all of these different components. I think, you know, especially in this day where it's like everybody's into this, like,
forgiveness.
We don't give people enough time to have their process, to bust up the pantry door.
Yes.
Because it is a process.
It doesn't happen
immediately.
happen immediately. Sometimes it takes years.
And the hard thing, too, is because, you know, we're open and we talk about things, people then slide in my DMs. How much longer are you going to keep talking about it? Would you heal already? And they're like, oh, shoot, they're right. It's like, okay, when is it time to really let it go so that you can grow?
I also think when outside people have their opinion, and they don't know the entire story, even if you've taken time to tell part of your story. People think they know the entire story, and they don't. So a lot of times, and they don't.
They can't.
They can't. No. So people's projections upon your circumstance, you know what I mean, has nothing to do with you.
So how do you let those voices go then? Because that's the part that's holding on to me a lot.
You cannot pay attention to that. That has absolutely nothing to do with you. Because they do not know your circumstance. Yeah. And people have a lot of fun imagining. They love it. They love putting all the pieces together and what parts you've told and what parts he's told and you guys had all this. They love sitting there and chit-chatting about what's happening in your world, and they have no idea, specifically when it comes to intimate relationships, right? It's complex and complicated.
Is there ever a part of you that just wants to go like, here it is, like, you know?
No,
not
because
really.
at the end of the day, as you continue through your healing process, you'll start to realize that people just do the best they can.
That's real.
They really do. You know, people out here struggling, people in pain. People want you to get over it because they want to get over it, or they want their spouse to get over it.
It's all a mirror.
It's all a mirror.
Yeah.
I understand it hurting. So you know what? Don't look at it.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
You looking at all that stuff, it's
abusive.
hurtful.
Yeah.
Don't do that to yourself.
DM stands for don't matter.
But you know, that's a process too, you know, of just,
it
you know,
is.
being able to not absorb what other people think about you. You know, you're beautiful, intelligent, capable, loving. I can just tell sitting here with you. Well, you don't have to listen to all that nonsense. And the more we believe that about ourselves, the more that stuff is, it's like Wonder Woman. Pew, pew, pew. Got on our big old brass bracelets. Yeah.
Oh, I love
but
that.
it takes time. It takes time.
For sure.
It really does. Let's get Nedra to the table because she is on a mission to start an unforgiveness revolution.
Wow.
Our RTT friend Nedra Glover Tawwab is a nationally renowned relationship therapist and New York Times bestselling author.
Welcome back.
I love all these colors.
I know.
So, Nedra, tell us about your unforgiveness revolution.
I sit down with people and I hear them really beating themselves up because they want to forgive. I want to be over this. I want to get over it. And sometimes it is a process. And when we force it, it's unhealthy for us. We're secretly mad. We are talking to 50 people about it behind the person's back. But we're like, hey, girl, can you believe that she, you know, all of that stuff that we do.
That's so true.
When really what we're saying is, I'm not ready to forgive you yet. I don't know if I still need to be in this relationship because I'm really holding on to something. This was so big, I don't know if I could trust you again.
Yeah.
And that's really hard to say to people. And instead, we force ourselves to be in these situations. We want to keep the family together. Sometimes it is other people telling us, you need to get over it. And we just don't have the capacity to do that. And that is okay.
Right. Sometimes it's that old school thing of you forgive and forget. Back in the day, you didn't talk about nothing. You just kept it moving. That's it. Nobody talked about nothing.
Yeah. Well, hasn't it always been forgive a little bit, but pretend to forget? It's like, you know, how do you forget these big things? Now, you can forgive, but I haven't figured out a way to erase memory.
Yep.
How do those both coexist then?
It's not bringing it up. That is the grace that you're offering the other person. I forgive you. I don't have to bring these things up, but I also don't have to forget about it.
Isn't forgetting too, I always thought of forgetting, meaning not that I'll never remember it again. The tool is for me not to keep thinking about it.
Yeah.
I think that takes a lot of work to get to that point of not thinking about it as often. I say as often because we feel like once we've forgiven something, we should never be triggered. Right? But there are things that may continue to trigger us. If someone sends another DM or if you see something, if you smell something, that memory may come back.
Sure.
So it's not that, you know, I don't ever want to remember it again or never think about it. You may have a day. You may have a moment.
I think the intensity changes over time too. I used to avoid going to this one route so I wouldn't see a certain hotel that I knew that he slept with some people with. So I avoided it. But then that made it even worse in my chest. So then I was like, I'm not going to change my route anymore. And over time, the intensity of it, I was like, oh, there's the A-loft. Okay, cool.
Exposure
so now I'm
therapy.
Like, oh, interesting. That's what it was.
It's like you're exposing yourself to the trigger as a way to flatten it.
Yes.
Right, because sometimes when we avoid these things, we think, I'll never be triggered because now I avoid it. To some extent, it's really helpful for you to be triggered a little bit and learn to manage it.
And to manage it. And you have so many people like, oh, forget about it. Get over it. Move on. You know, take the higher road. It could have been worse.
I think we're very rushed about feelings. I think everyone here grew up with some adults saying, they hit you, forgive them, say I'm sorry. You like this whole culture of like immediate.
Yep.
So we don't allow people like, well, she just pulled my hair like 2 seconds ago. My head is still hurting. Can I have 10 minutes to be mad at her? Like, how, immediately, say you sorry.
Well, let's talk about that for a second, because that's really interesting.
I'm having a whole moment. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, go ahead.
No.
You good? What's happening?
I'm having a whole moment.
With what?
Well, one of the things that my son said to me when he started to do the work, one of the things that came up for him, he felt that he wasn't loved, right? And I said, oh my God, your father loved you? What are you talking about? He said, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you. I said, you didn't feel loved by me? So we had a conversation. He said that I didn't care about his feelings. That's what it boiled down to. When he was little and he would fall or something would happen, he'd be disappointed. Because I was around so many women, I would be like, you're okay. So I would cheer him on instead of just sit in that space with him and just be there. How you feel? It's okay to feel. Maybe about 8 months ago, doing my work, I said to him, you were so right. I didn't care about your feelings because I didn't care about mine.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I didn't know how. Like I was always rushing myself.
Yeah.
You're okay. You're okay. You've got to be stoic and you have to be tough and you have to get through life. But it was him saying this. And I realized, wow, I didn't have the capacity to care about his feelings. Not that because I didn't have the capacity to care about mine.
Yeah.
And how rushed we are through things. I'm an autopilot. I'm not even real.
Yeah, that's how we were brought up.
That's how we were brought up.
Strong mothers that were just like, no,
yeah,
you don't have the luxury.
Right. You ain't got time for that.
Pouting for yourself.
Yeah, you need to be tough.
So often we're like, you're okay, move through it. We don't even know what we feel.
Right. So Nedra, what does a healthy version of forgiveness look like?
I think it is the acceptance of the event. It is learning to be less angry, feeling less consumed, but feeling flat for some things that might not be possible.
Okay. And with Jana, you would say she doesn't necessarily ever have to forgive her ex.
Yeah, forgiveness is a choice. And just because we don't forgive a person, we can still be kind, we can be pleasant. I think we believe that unforgiveness is being mean towards people.
You can be kind and not forgive. Oh,
you can be kind and not like people.
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
You can be kind and not like them, and they don't have to know about that.
Right.
So the forgiveness is for yourself.
It's for your emotional process. It is you accepting the situation as it is. I don't want to come undone when I see this person. It's not, you know what, I forgive him, now we can sit down together. You may never want to sit down with this person. How can I show up in this space despite what this person has done?
But I also know when certain things don't sit right, where I'm like, some past stuff is coming up. Like, I'm not going to be able to have that family dinner that we talked about.
Right.
You know, like, let's reschedule that for a later time. Because when I'm in that place, it's not going to be good for anyone. And then I'll just be, like, angry.
So are you guys able to have family dinner?
So we've had a few.
Okay.
And some have been great, and others I'm like, that doesn't feel good. It makes me sad when I left, because I'm going home and my kids are there, you know? But I don't think I'm ready for like an every once a month thing.
Yeah. It's interesting because say you fell and you hurt your ankle, right? You would give it time to heal.
Yeah.
We can see the swelling, but our heart can't always see that, right?
Yeah. Do things always heal, or does it sometimes not heal at all?
Yeah, I think about things as healing and not always healed.
Right.
Because we heavy on the ED.
Yeah.
Right? I am healed.
That's a good,
and I'm like, but yesterday, you must have been unhealed at 5 o'clock yesterday.
Now you back in healing and you gonna be healed. So I think sometimes we get very fixated on being done with the work and I have forgiven. It's like I am forgiving.
Yeah.
I am healing.
Right.
I am doing better.
Right.
I'm not done.
Yeah, that's why I got the ampersand tattoo. It's an and, because I can be healing and hurt. I can be in pain and hopeful.
You can be upset one moment and you can be laughing another moment, and it doesn't mean that you have to do anything about either of those emotions. You can sit with both.
Right. That's really important.
Yeah.
That I really want to say that one more again, because you can be both things.
Wow.
Well, you know what? This has been a powerful table. And Jana, thank you so much.
Really appreciate it.
And Nedra, you know we always love having you at the table. Thank you, Sheree.
My pleasure. It's like free therapy.
I know.
Jay, you need a shoe cam.
Yes.
Y'all need a shoe cam.
This is a great shoe table. No, I've been trying to tell
we all.
Elle.
This is a
We
great
all have
shoe
on great
table.
shoes.
The shoe game is fabulous.
I just love all the pop colors.
I
And, like, you're just like,
know.
hey.
We came bright and ready.